And what the numbers tell me there, the hype is dying down too soon. And it's mainly because of the use cases that satellite connectivity can serve. Obviously, coverage in remote areas is one of them, disaster response is another, handling emergency situations is different, and providing that sort of security on the border area. So very different and unique cases. The basic one being obviously the coverage in remote areas. So coming to the monetization part, I do believe the industry will figure that out with time, but at least what the numbers tell me, the hype is not dying down soon.
Okay, so still a big focus at the moment. Huntley, any other areas that you're looking out for this week? What's on your radar?
Well, I'm really interested in just how the telcos are going to respond. Obviously, to 5G proliferation, what we see in the handset, sub 200 in TCL and AI. I'm very interested in seeing how that's going to progress.
Well, we are just seconds away from the keynote starting. Thank you very much for joining us. I know you're going to stick around, you're going to watch the keynote, you're going to join us back for a wrap-up in about an hour and 15 minutes' time. So thank you very much. Keynote 1 is about to begin. We're going to go live to the MWC main stage. This is Open Gateway, the art of what's possible.
We have already transformed the way the world operates. And now, I believe we have a chance to do it all again. To be the great explorers of the next era.
Good morning, everyone. Please welcome Mats Granryd, Director General of the GSMA.
His Majesty the King of Spain, Your Excellency, the President of Republic of Paraguay, the President of Spain, the President of the Government of Catalonia, and other authorities. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to you all. It is so fantastic to be here with you today on the opening of MWC in beautiful Barcelona. So, I would now like to start with a show of hands, a couple of questions. If you could raise your hand if you're excited to be here. Yep, good. Now, raise your hand if you are from a mobile operator. Okay, good. Raise your hand if you're from any other industry. Pretty good, isn't that wonderful? So the big question is, why are you here today? Out of all the places in the world you could be, why MWC Barcelona? Well, last year, over 50% of the attendees were from outside of the mobile ecosystem. And by the looks of your raised hands, we're expecting the same this week. Now that's pretty interesting, right? Because it shows that we are no longer just one industry represented here today. We are industries. And at the very heart of everything is connectivity. Connectivity uniting us. So connectivity and technology is our why, which makes a lot of sense. In a world increasingly fractured, connectivity brings us together, and technology opens possibilities. And this week is all about exploring them and creating new businesses. So now, who here likes to set goals? Well, I do it every year, and I still remember my first professional goal, which was to ramp up the production of tower-mounted amplifiers, TMAs, and filters for the first ever 2G base station. Now, sadly, that shows you just how long I've been around in this industry, doesn't it? Nevertheless, my goal this year is connected to all the possibilities that I mentioned, and I think it stands for the goal of the industry too. So here we go. I've broken it down to 4 priorities. G stands for growth. We are challenged by a lack of growth, so we need to look for opportunities in all areas. The investment gap is growing, and we need to bridge it. O is for Open Gateway, unlocking the full potential of 5G networks and building a unified ecosystem, creating an API roaming world. And A is for Align. In this fast-moving environment, we must align on the challenges and opportunities. Together we are strong. Alone we are nobody. And L stands for Leave No One Behind, meaning that we must achieve digital inclusion for all. The usage gap is real and must be closed. When we get these 4 things right, we will have the best foundation for the next era of humanity. So, let's start with growth. So today, mobile networks covers 95% of the world's population, serving some 5.6 billion unique customers. Now, take a look at this graph. 5G is the fastest growing mobile standard in history. But we face big challenges, big challenges. Year on year, mobile revenue growth has gone down, and that's the red line. But the CapEx, as you see, is going up. That's the blue line. Because we have to keep investing in new technology and infrastructure to keep the world connected. So this is a crucial time for us, and we have to find innovative ways to drive growth and close the investment gap. Now, the good news is that we're just starting to tap into the opportunities of 5G and 5G standalone with 5G advanced around the corner. And there are some great examples already from operators. Take Telefónica. A few years ago, they launched a platform called Kernel, putting data and privacy by design at the center of its transformation, providing customers with access to all their services through one access point across entertainment, communication, gaming, cloud storage, and more. And today, it includes Gen.AI and receives almost 3 billion requests a month for information, and growing. Isn't that pretty impressive? And on the other side of the world, in China, the Chinese operators are capturing new business-to-business opportunities across verticals. In 2022 alone, they grew their total revenue by 58%, just scaling their services beyond traditional core telecoms. And cloud is also becoming an important driver of growth. Cloud revenues for the 3 largest operators, including China Mobile, who we will hear from later today, doubled in 2021, and then doubled again in 2022, showing you just how much opportunity there is in this space. As we face the future, growth will come from us working together across industries, innovating and continuing to challenge the status quo, creating endless possibilities. Okay, which brings me now to number 2, Open Gateway. So with Open Gateway, we want to unlock the full potential of 5G networks and build a unified ecosystem, creating a framework of open APIs with universal access to mobile networks, so that developers and cloud providers can improve and build new digital services for consumers and businesses. In just 12 short months, we have seen strong growth. Today, almost 240 operators, representing over 65% of the mobile connections, have joined Open Gateway. And 40 operators have commercially launched over 90 Camara APIs that are ready to be used. To give you a glimpse, let's now go to the GSMA Pavilion to chat with Niklas, the CEO of Unmanned Life, an AI-driven robotics company doing some very cool things with Camara APIs. So let's see if we have Niklas. Hi, Niklas. Welcome. How are you?
Hi, Matt. Thank you. Nice to be here today.
Super. Niklas, could you tell us a little bit about Unmanned Life, your company, and also the cool things you're doing with APIs?
Sure. Thank you, Matt. Unmanned Life software acts like an intelligent brain for integrating robots by combining the power of AI, last-generation connectivity, edge computing, and APIs. To deploy fleets of drones and robots in applications like surveillance or sustainability, be in the air, ground, or sea, you will need unstoppable connectivity. This is why TELUS and Telefónica invested in us. And we are now working with more than 14 telcos and hyperscalers globally. Now, why Open Gateway? It's all about increasing efficiency and security in our deployment. Matt, I'll give you 3 examples of APIs that we are working on. Quality of service on demand. Imagine a stadium with 80,000 people. The police is now using our system for safety and situational awareness. With this API, we can guarantee while they are using our system that they will have the best video stream possible, even if the network is saturated by people using their mobile phones. Second, authentication of connected devices. This avoids hacking and increases security. It's very, very important for critical infrastructures like utilities, for example. Third, location. When GPS is not accurate enough, we can leverage this API to understand where are our drones or robots. I suggest that you can come and see it for real, the technology. And we are at the GSMA Pavilion just outside this keynote 1. We have a live drone demo. Now over to you, Matt. And great show, everybody. Nice to be here this whole week.
Super. Thank you very much, Niklas. A warm hand for Niklas. So, and I think that's just fantastic. As you can see, Open Gateway is opening up incredible opportunities. Now, one of the great champions of Open Gateway is our very own chairman of the GSMA, José María Álvarez-Pallete. He is also the chairman and CEO of Telefónica. Now, this year, Telefónica celebrates 100 years. An incredible success story of how a company can evolve and with the changing business landscape. I know he has many insights to share. So please welcome to stage José María.
Thank you, Matt, Your Majesty, President of Paraguay, Prime Minister of Spain, ministers, mayors, President of the Catalonian government. Good morning. Allow me to express our sincere sorrow for all the victims caused by the Valencia fire last Thursday, and our wish for their fast recovery for those injured. Our thoughts are with them. It is my honor and my pleasure to welcome you all to Barcelona one more year. Sorry, but I need to say this once again. there is no better place to celebrate this Congress. Barcelona has become our home, and we feel well at home. 1 year ago, when we met here, we shared a vision for the industry, for the future of our sector. We foresaw a massive revolution coming from a new era of the confluence of 4 major technological forces: computing, telco, artificial intelligence, and Web3, the era of Earth computing. We imagine networks becoming something different, becoming supercomputers, available to everyone in every corner of the Earth, providing state-of-the-art, next-generation connectivity. Speed, capacity, minimum latency, for sure, but much more than that. Providing massive storage and processing capabilities and unleashing a new era of products and services to our customers in a seamless manner, where they are, close to them. In this sector, we get things done. We have transformed, once again, our vision into reality. The future is already here. It is happening. Amazing new products and services are already flowing through our networks. ChatGPT is the new kid in town. Its adoption rate is the fastest we have ever seen. In 1 month, it has reached 50 million users. It took wireline phone 50 years, the mobile phone 12 years, internet 7 years, and Instagram 19 months to reach the same number. But there is more. Drones, robots, massive IoT, sensor, extended reality, they are all here, and they need our networks. For them, attributes like speed, capacity, signaling, location, device status, they are key. API-centric models are already essential. The future is here, and we are ready. 1 year ago, we launched the Open Gateway MOU. In just 1 year, 47 operators have joined. They encompass 239 networks and account for 65% of global mobile connections. The first generation of APIs is already available. I feel particularly proud that 2 of Telefónica's main markets, Spain and Brazil, have successfully executed coordinated launches of APIs involving all relevant operators within the territory. Up to 6 markets worldwide, also including Sri Lanka, Germany, Indonesia, and South Africa, have followed track. And 40 networks have commercially launched at least one API. Needs such as checking the identity of independent drivers in smart mobility companies, increasing service security, or delivering quality of service in critical communications for control cameras or drones, and those related to building security for banks to combat fraud. The industry is working together to establish a common layer to expose network capabilities. The process of standardization in camera is healthy, and more channel partners are taking action to expose their APIs for their clients all over the world. We are together in this. In Brazil, the multi-operator launch by TIM, Claro, and Vivo has made this possible. To elaborate on this, please join me in welcoming on stage Fabio Napoli, the Chief Technology Officer of Itaú, Brazil's largest private bank and a leading innovator.
Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for having me. My name is Fabio Napoli, and I am the Chief Technology Officer of Itaú Unibanco. Itaú Unibanco is a universal bank with a full offering of financial products and services for different sectors of the economy. As the largest financial institution in Latin America, we currently serve over 70 million customers, and we are on a significant digital transformation journey, where our primary objective is to elevate the customer experience to a new level. And to achieve this, we recognize the need to redefine our approach to customer interactions. We need to understand their needs and delivering better journeys within a very secure environment. Innovation is the heart of our transformation. We keep striving to think outside the box, placing the technology at the core of our initiatives. And it is with a great enthusiasm that we are exploring the potential of Open Gateway. We are really proud to be the first financial institution worldwide to leverage the Open Gateway APIs to help us to combat banking fraud through enhanced authentication mechanisms, device location tracking, and SIM swap control. We imagine a future where Open Gateway APIs will enable faster and more secure online transactions, enhancing our customers' journeys. We do believe the use cases go beyond anti-fraud scenarios and will really improve the customer experience. Open Gateway aligns perfectly with our digital transformation strategy, enabling us to better serve our customers and advance toward our vision of a more connected and secure banking ecosystem. Thanks a lot for having me. Thank you very much. Thank you, José.
Thank you very much, Fabio. Thank you, Fabio, for sharing with us how Open Gateway APIs are instrumental to address real business challenges and for your trust in our vision. The future is here, and not even one of these services is going to require less speed, less capacity, slower latency, or less computing and processing capabilities. And this is why we keep evolving our networks. When you deploy fiber and 5G and switch off all technologies, you have something different. Hardware suddenly becomes software. Virtualization and cloudification are suddenly possible. The networks become software-based, and then you apply AI, and they start to think. Our networks are becoming proactive. They are becoming liquid. This is the world of the Earth as a service, a world in which the supercomputer we have created exposes their amazing capabilities through the open, standardized APIs of Open Gateway. It's much more than a telecom network. It is something different. We move from a human operation assisted by humans to a computer operation supervised by humans. It's a journey towards a fully autonomous network, and we are getting closer. And it is unstoppable. It is as important to embrace the new as to discharge with honors legacy technologies like 2G, 3G, copper, and all BSS and OSS. We cannot bring to the new world the complexities of the old world. This new vision presents new challenges. We are fostering a responsible use of the networks and innovation in investment models to enhance sustainability. In the last 8 years at Telefónica, we have had a 9-fold traffic increase. In the same period, we managed to reduce our energy consumption by 9%. Our industry is showing a continuous reduction in energy consumption per bit. Hopefully, other technologies will become as efficient as telcos for the sake of a green planet. An AI query consumes as much power as a LED bulb glowing for 2 hours and drinks 500 milliliters of water. Responsible use should be a leitmotif in all technological development. We assume our fair share of responsibility. We'll do it again as we face the next wave of traffic growth. We need to make sure that this traffic explosion is being handled by making a responsible use of shared resources like capacity or energy. Cloud players are essential. This new wave of products and services will generate more and more traffic on our networks. Data volumes will multiply by a factor of 4 times during the next 7 years. And this implies a significant challenge in terms of network capacity and energy consumption. 5 players consume more than 50% of network capacity today. It is essential that we encourage them to do a responsible use of the network capacity and energy consumption. We need to motivate them to have a responsible use of the network. AI is probably the deepest revolution in human history. For the first time, humans are creating technology that can think. It is a game changer, and it needs our network. It needs massive processing capacity, state-of-the-art networks, and massive data coming from sensors, IoT, etc. It needs the Earth and the cloud to collaborate. I can think of no one better suited than Satya and Della to talk about building these bridges.
Thank you so much, Jose Maria. It's great to be with you. In the past year, we've gone from talking about AI to deploying AI at scale. The rate of diffusion is unlike anything we've ever seen, and it'll fundamentally transform productivity for every individual, organization, and industry, including telecom. At Microsoft, we are focused on partnering with operators to help them thrive in this new age of AI as they undergo their own AI transformation, from the core network to every business process, and accelerate the transformation of their customers. The GSMA Open Gateway is key to this ambition, and it has been incredible to see the progress we have already made together. In fact, today we introduced the public preview of Azure Programmable Connectivity as we continue to deliver seamless access to Open Gateway for developers in partnership with operators like AT&T, British Telecom, Orange, T-Mobile, Telefónica, and Verizon. And this is just the beginning. We look forward to partnering across the industry to unlock new transformative experiences for people and organizations everywhere. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Satya, for making available AI and Open Gateway in Azure, and for being a firm believer in our shared vision. We keep on moving. Beyond the current generation of APIs, we are working on many new API families, spanning from network slicing to population density and blockchain addresses. Telco capabilities go well above pure communications, and in the following months and years, we will make several generations of APIs for new functionalities available to developers and businesses. We are just at the beginning of a new era. This is the time for a strong collaboration between telco, big techs, aggregators, software developers, and every industry player to create the digital future together. This is the time to merge the best of the Earth with the best of the cloud, because we need each other. This is the time for a global partnership and a fair governance to deliver a sustainable and mutually beneficial value chain. It is time for collaboration, not for abusive positioning. It is time for responsible use of shared resources. It is time for a new regulatory landscape. We need 21st century regulation. It is time to say goodbye to all regulatory models. This industry, our industry, is amazing. We serve a purpose. We communicate people. We did it with roaming more than 35 years ago. We are doing it again today. We are becoming active co-creators of the new digital era. We deserve a much more balanced ecosystem. Collaboration embodies the power of what can be done when we all come together. And that's what Gsma is doing. That's Open Gateway. And I am proud of belonging to the Gsma. Vision and reality merge in a new world of diversity, curiosity, intelligence, innovation, progress, sustainability, welfare, and humanity. Earth computing has proven its capability and power as the enabler for this new world. It is down now to each of us to engage and accelerate the availability of Open Gateway to ignite this exciting future and open a new marketplace for the sector. We are proud of what we have created. Let me tell you something else I feel proud about. This year, Telefónica is celebrating its first 100 years. I asked ChatGPT, how many of us telcos are this young? He told me that there are at least 10 other telcos this young beside Telefónica. We are surprisingly resilient. And ChatGPT is not always right. It is still learning. I am sure there are many more. A company only gets to turn 100-year-old if it serves a purpose for society and adapts permanently to keep on serving. The fact that we have several centenary companies in our sector is a testimony of this. We are a relevant sector because we are relevant to people we serve. That's our mission. I would like to finish as I started. I asked the Gen.AI to supply the most beautiful picture of Barcelona. And this is what I got. Not bad, but I must say that it does not capture how beautiful real-life Barcelona is. Happy birthday to Telefónica. Happy new birthday for our sector. We are younger than ever. Thank you very much.
So, thank you, José María, and happy birthday to you too. Some crucial points on building a sustainable future. Now, this brings me back to my goal, and A for aligning on the challenges and opportunities. So there has been many powerful moments of alignment. Back in 1987, 13 countries worked to define the GSM roaming standards to harmonize mobile voice services. And today, we have open gateway harmonizing again. In 2016, we were the first industry to commit to the UN Sustainable Development Goals. And since then, we have tracked our contribution to all the SDGs. And last year, we aligned as an industry on our spectrum asks ahead of the World Radio Communication Conference in Dubai and surpassed our goals. So alignment propels us forward. Today, the areas that need more alignment are three: investment, sustainability, and AI. By 2030, in 6 short years, smartphone data traffic will grow 4-fold around the world. Yes, you heard that right. And it's going to take significant investments by our mobile operators to ensure networks can keep up with the growing demand. Between now and 2030, operators will spend about $1.5 trillion on their networks, and over 90% of that is going to go on 5G. And so we need innovative investment models to make this happen. Now, when it comes to sustainability, we need to align on climate and zero waste. Today, about 2/3 of the industry by revenue have committed to science-based targets to reduce their carbon emissions. And last year, operators started to sign up to the GSMA-led targets to boost phone take-back and ensure zero waste. Of course, much more needs to be done, and we need to keep aligning across industries with governments to ensure a sustainable future. AI, well, AI is here and now. Organizations around the world are using AI to optimize operations and customer interactions. In fact, by 2030, AI could contribute over $15 trillion to the global economy. And that is about the same as the GDP of 10 Spains today. And it's also a vital tool addressing natural disasters, climate change, and improving quality of life. And as always, where there is opportunity, there is responsibility. And so, as an industry, we need to align, to ethically develop and use the technology for the benefit of people and planet. And also make sure we are bridging the AI adoption gap. At the GSMA, we're committed to supporting this through our AI for Impact initiative, and in partnership with IBM, the Foundry AI Challenge and the GSMA Advanced AI Training. Now, Vodafone is one of the operators using AI to support its networks and is a key leader in driving sustainability across its operations. So I'm really honored to invite Margherita Della Valle, CEO of Vodafone, to tell us about her vision for a sustainable future. So welcome, Margherita.
Good morning, everyone. It's been 30 dynamic years for me. 30 years of telecom industry. 30 years since I first learned about GSM, When I was trying to imagine what our customers would use a mobile phone for, would have thought that after 30 years, we would see what is around us today, in this very building. From text messaging, to 3G internet browsing, to 4G video streaming, to 5G micro latency. And in the process, we have changed lives. Think about how mobile payments have transformed African economies. How mobile services are reducing maternity mortality in those same countries. Or how today here, in Spain, our IoT enables bracelets that are preventing domestic violence, saving lives. Now we are entering the next chapter of this great adventure of telecommunications. The opportunity opening up in front of us today is the industrial internet. Just as 4G unlocked the consumer mobile internet, programmable 5G standalone networks with open APIs will enable the industrial internet, connecting machines and applications with cloud-based AI-powered services. Our services will enable smart sensors to power smart factories, support smart and safer transportation systems, improve healthcare outcomes through immersive technologies, and so much more. We are only really limited by our imagination. Now, how we get there, how fast and how deeply we evolve, how successful we become in this new chapter, this is entirely in our hands. I firmly believe that our success requires a very different approach to what has made telecom successful in the last 30 years. Today, the key to unlock the industrial internet is partnering. Partnering with our sector peers, as you have heard, partnering beyond the telecom industry with tech companies, and partnering with policymakers. Partnering to establish a broad and successful ecosystem at scale. So let me share with you what should bring us together, policymakers, telecoms, and tech companies in turn. Our policymakers want a competitive Europe, a thriving European economy. Digitalization driven by the new 5G technology is a multi-trillion euro opportunity to increase industrial efficiency, boost innovation, and improve public services. The industrial internet will shape society for the next decade. We are at a new juncture. And to be on the right road, European policymakers need to change direction now. They need to reboot our legacy telecoms regulation and create a real single market supporting 5G standalone rollout at pace. Europe needs investment, and investors need to see changes, such as a competition policy that allows each market to reach the economies of scale 5G requires, and a real single market, one set of European rules, not 27 sets of national rules. Imagine if the billions we waste today through fragmentation could be invested in higher quality, faster connections, less congestion, more innovation. Telecoms grow through investment. This is our role. European economies need our investment. Let's work together. From policymakers to other telcos and tech companies. Being successful in the industrial internet era requires more than good policies. It requires telcos to move away from the old model of believing that we could do everything ourselves. It means learning to compete and collaborate at the same time with other leading players of the industrial internet. To serve our customers better, we need to be open to cooperation. Let me bring this to life with some experiences from my first year as CEO of Vodafone. Later this afternoon, you will see on this very stage how we are working with other European telco leaders, how we are collaborating, as you have heard, for the development of open network APIs, but also Open RAN, edge cloud, new advertising technologies. In the last few months, Vodafone has also been stepping up how we are partnering with tech companies on digital services. We built one of the world's largest data oceans with Google to house AI services across Europe. We are bringing critical apps to the edge of the network and closer to the customer with AWS. We have just established a broad strategic partnership with Microsoft, with the key objective to accelerate together the digital transformation of our European SMEs, bringing together the product development and AI capabilities of Microsoft with our unique customer relationships. We are also opening up our IoT platform by creating a company into which Microsoft intends to invest to get the best combination of world-leading connectivity and end-to-end solution development. And just last week, Vodafone and AST Space Mobile installed a gateway in Kenya to launch the first direct smartphone-to-satellite service in Africa. Vodafone is uniquely positioned to accelerate growth through partnerships. We have the platforms, we have the talent. We know what our hundreds of millions of customers need. In summary, telcos need to play a different role in order to enable the industrial internet, moving beyond pure connectivity and doing it flexibly as a key part of a much broader ecosystem. We are ready to play our part, and we call on our partners, government and industry, to join us and play theirs. As the saying goes, to go fast, go alone. To go far, go together. I'm inviting you to partner with us. Come on, let's make this happen. Thank you. This way.
Thank you so much, Margherita. Always really, really good to hear from you. So you mentioned, the mention of digital inclusion brings me back to my goal and the final priority: leave no one behind. So today, over 4.6 billion people use mobile internet, and that's almost 60% of the world. During 2022, 200 million more people started using mobile internet, and that was very good news. But the pace of progress is slowing down, and that is just so frustrating. In an increasingly digital world, we cannot afford to leave anyone behind. It is a moral and a business imperative. There are 3.4 billion customers. Just think of that untapped potential if we close the coverage and usage gap. It's a massive opportunity. Closing the gender gap in mobile internet can deliver $230 billion of additional revenue to the mobile industry. If that is not a business incentive, well, I do not know what that is. And we know the barriers. It's affordability, it's digital scales, it's concerns around security, and of course the access to relevant content in local languages. So I want to challenge you all. Let's make 2024 the year that we pick up the pace on this progress so that everyone, and I mean everyone, can benefit. So there you have it, my goals as an industry. Work together for growth, unleash the power of Open Gateway, align on key issues, and leave no one behind. Now, another operator with a really exciting vision for the future is China Mobile. So let me welcome on stage Mr. Zhang Ji, the chairman of China Mobile. Mr. Zhang.
尊敬的国王陛下，各位贵宾阁下， Great 会长、女士们、先生们、朋友们，大家上午好。
Mr. Granryd, ladies and gentlemen,
Buenos días.
dear friends, good morning.
MWC 是全球科技领域的
Delighted to be in
行业盛会。
MWC
那么
is
去
a
年的这
global
个时候，
industry event.
我以数字人的形式
This time last
做了
year,
大会的发言。
I gave a speech at the conference
在过去的一年里，
Digital
人工智
Intelligence.
能掀起了新的
In the
创新
following
浪潮，
year, the new wave of human
成为
creation set
全
off
社会的
by
热点，
artificial intelligence,
也成为
which
业
has
界
become the
关
focus
注的
of
焦
our
点。
sector.
借此机会
it is
和大
also
家
socially
分享
popular.
几点思
I
考。
would like to take this opportunity to
第一，
share three main
把握科
thoughts
技
with
浪
you.
潮，
Number one,
开拓
seize
新
the
机遇。
wave of technology and open up
当前
new
新
opportunities.
代信息技术
At present,
加速演进，
evolution of new
为行业
generation
带来
information
前所
technology
未有
has
的
brought
机
us
遇，
unprecedented
也推动数
opportunities.
据、
And it is
算
also
力、
driving
人工智
data,
能成
computing
为社
power,
会生
and
产力
AI
发展
become
的重要
important
支撑。
support for social productivity.
一是数据
There are several
成为
points here.
新的
First,
生产要素。
data has become a new
随着人类
factor
社
of
会
production.
进入以信
As
息为主
human
导、
society enters the
信息和能
information
量
era dominated
深度融合的
by
信息文明
deeply
时代，
integrated information
数据
technology
成
and
为信息的
energy,
主要载体，
data has become a main
呈现出
carrier
增
of
强的
information,
梅特卡夫
showing
定
an
律，
enhanced
就是产品服务的价
Metcalfe
值
law, which
随
means
数据规模和
value
质量的
of
提升
product services
呈现
increases
指数级
with the
的增长。
scale and
这意味
scale
着
and
数据
quality
能
of
够发
data.
挥对传统要素的
The,
放大、叠加、倍增作用。
Exponential growth means
加速知识
data
的
can
沉淀、
amplify,
创新和扩
superimpose,
散，
and multiply
成为驱
traditional
动
elements
社
of
会生产力
accelerating
发
knowledge
展的
precipitation,
关键
innovation,
要素。
and diffusion, to become a key
二
element
是
of
算力
driving
成
social
为新
productivity.
的基础能源。
Second,
在人类社会发展的进程中，
Secondly, computing power has become a new basic energy source. We know coal and
一
oil
次能源，
had long
电
been
力
the
由
primary
一次能源
energy
加工转换
from the
而
natural
成的二
resources.
次
Electricity, on the other hand, is the
算
secondary
力
one,
可以视为
converted
信息能量
from
一体
coal
化
and
形成的
oil.
三次
And
能源。
computing power can be
随着
regarded
算
as
力
a
成为全
tertiary,
社会的共性需
formed
求，
by the integration of the
呈现
previous
出
two.
增强的
As computing power becomes the common demand of the society,
GPU
tertiary
等芯片性能翻
energy
倍，
shows an enhanced
成本减半的周期，
Morse law, which
18
means
个
the
月
cycle of
减少
doubling
12个月。
the power and halving the
这
cost
意味
of
着通过
chips
推动算力
is
相关
shortened
软
from
硬
18
件的融
months to
合
12
创新，
months. This means
能
that
够持
through
续
the
实
integration of
现
software
更
and
高性
hardware,
能、
we
更
can
低成本、
continuously achieve
供给
higher performance
为
and
全
lower
社会
cost
数字化
computing
转 型
power supply
提供
for the
源源
digital
不断的动力。
and smart transformation of the
三，
entire
人工
society.
智能成为新的生产工具。
Thirdly, AI has become a new production tool. Such tools have evolved from
生产工具经历了从简单的人工工具
from very simple hand tools to steam engines, electric motors, etc., extending human physical
通过
strength.
对近乎全网
Today,
知识的会议技术
through the aggregation of virtually all human knowledge, AI has developed capacities
逻辑推理，
that are close to human understanding, expression, logical reasoning, and generalization.
现出增
The
强的
process
缩
presents an enhanced scaling law, which means when the parameter scale exceeds a certain order of magnitude at a given point, AI performance will break through the linear relationship and achieve leapfrog growth. This means that production tools will extend human intelligence and provide key support for solving more and more complex economic and social problems. Number 2, I would like to talk about continuing the 5G Plus program and fulfill our new mission. In the past 5 years, with the full cooperation of joint efforts of all of us, the new generation of information technology, or ICT, led by 5G, has been widely used. China Mobile has fully implemented the 5G Plus program, opened more than 1.9 million 5G base stations, nearly 800 million users, served more than 25 million industrial customers, and created more than 30,000 commercial cases for 5G industries, such as smart factories, smart mines, and smart ports. At the same time, we have also seen that as the new generation of infotech empowerment empowers all walks of life on the deeper level, there is still challenges, new challenges, namely the 3 gaps. The first is the data gap. There are differences in the scale, quality, and degree of integration, of sharing of data in different industries. The second gap is the computing power gap. The high-performance computing resources owned by different regions and institutions are not balanced. The third gap is that the different professions and groups have varying abilities to master and apply AI technology. To this end, the ICT industry must continue to expand the boundary of 5G Plus in order to provide high-speed, ubiquitous connectivity. It should also anchor higher goals, shoulder greater missions, and be committed to promote data across industries, regions, and fields. The safe and efficient provision of computing power should be accessible like water and electricity, promoting easy-to-use and easy and more inclusive artificial intelligence to thousands of households and to penetrate into thousands of industries, bridging the 3 gaps and promote new generation of ICT to better benefit people of all countries. Number 3, we need to embrace the AI Plus era and create a new future together. As generative AI has made significant progress, it has increasingly been able to help industry to improve quality and efficiency, becoming an indispensable infrastructure and core capability to support economic and social transformation, providing a new generation of ICT. Technology is deeply integrated into all aspects of human life to provide productivity changes. China Mobile actively sees the wave of the AI Plus era, promotes the extension of 5G Plus to AI Plus, to open up a new path for transformation and upgrading with all-round systemic and deep integration innovation. The first is to build a new infrastructure of ubiquitous convergence. In the future, the information generation application will accelerate from human to human-machine things. And the infrastructure will also transform from supporting connectivity to providing integrated services to info sensing, transmission, storage, and processing. We will promote the integration of data network, to build infrastructure represented by Internet of Data, provide one-stop solution for data, consulting, governance, and application, to support the real-time, efficient, and secure operation of massive multi-dimensional data, promote computing network integration, develop computing network brain, routing, and other key technologies for comprehensive, smart, and super type of computing, coordinating computing resources and systematically deploy 5G A and 6G R&D, tackle key technologies such as new network architecture to provide immersive and smart service scenarios and stronger support, and to unblock the arteries for the smart connectivity of all things. The second is to build new smart native services, make full use of the technical features of AI large models to accelerate the transformation and reshaping of product reforms, integration methods, and customer experience, create smart applications for office, entertainment, and other fields, accelerate product services interfaces to support multiple natural language dialogue, and deeply integrate functions such as knowledge Q&A, virtual recognition, and connect generation and content generation to efficiently meet customers' customized needs, create inferring engines to build industry-level AI for complex scenarios and tasks, provide new services such as code generation, digital data, and greatly improve the level of intelligence in quality inspection, remote control, and scheduling, create future species, strengthen computational, perceptual, cognitive, and emotion intelligence, cultivate new business models, and make AI stronger in cognition, judgment, and creativity. The third is to build a new ecosystem of joint innovation. The new generation of ICT is a systematic project that requires joint innovation and multi-subjective collaboration, cross-industry and cross-professional integration. The Open Gateway, initiated by Gsma, is a great practice of global industry joint innovation. Over the past years, China Mobile has actively implemented this concept, relying on the capacities of the middle platform to gather common capacities in near-time services such as mobile authentication and phone bill payment, with annual usage volume exceeding 580 billion times. Recently, we have promoted the global opening of 5G new calls, video ringtones, super SIM, and other capabilities that we have continuously enriched the Open Gateway innovation ecosystem. As the next step, we are willing to work with Gsma and partners to share industry-level AI large model capacities such as network operation and maintenance, marketing, and customer services, creating model as a service that integrates computing power, data training, and promotion, and explore new models of Open Gateway. Earlier, China Mobile participated in the creation of the scientific science fiction movie, which is called Wandering Earth 2, which depicted 7G, Bionet robots, and other cutting-edge technologies in the year 2058. China Mobile is willing to use the GSM platform to work with global partners to promote the new generation of ICT, continue to leverage the potential of 5G computing network, AI, and other technologies to jointly create smart and inclusive new information services built on build an open and collaborative, innovative consortiums to create more new industries, new business formats, and new models. We should be able to turn scientific fantasy into reality. We will work together to create a better digital and smart future. Finally, I wish WMC Barcelona conference a great success. Thank you all.
Super. Thank you so much, Mr. Jung. So you spoke about the importance of partnership, and I absolutely agree with you. None of what we've spoken about today can be achieved without partnership. So now I would like to invite on stage leaders from different industries to reflect on what the future holds. So please welcome on stage Nick Venezia, the CEO of Centillion, Christel Heydemann, Orange, and Jason Zander of Microsoft. I hope they're coming. Here we are. Hi, Christel, please. Jason, Nick, you're welcome. Please. So, good to have you here with us today. So, if I may start with you, Christel. You were on stage here last year, and Orange, being a really innovative company, you're the CEO, and you were already then quite positive on Open Gateway. Could you tell us a little bit of what happened during this past year?
Yeah, a lot happened in 23 and actually even beginning of this year in Spain. First of all, massive adoption from mobile operators across the world. José María was commenting on it this morning. More than 65% of mobile connectivity is now adopting Open Gateway. And more importantly, of course, it's the work we're doing with partners. And because we need partners, we need developers to engage. And so the launch of APIs, which we've done, including in this country. I mean, Spain is a national champion project for Open Gateway. And we've launched earlier in February with partners, 2 APIs, number verification and SIM swap. So really to fight against fraud online. And this is very important to build a safe digital world. Other countries have been also actively engaged, and as Orange, of course, we're also working in France on a number of APIs. So really fast adoption, working with partners, and we have to continue to do so, building roadmaps, commercial adoption, and engaging customers.
Fantastic. Jason, you and I, we met here last year as well. And we had a good discussion about Open Gateway. And Microsoft Azure was really early on as well, as one of the first hyperscalers to sign up. Why did you do that? What was so fantastic about Open Gateway?
We love developers. I start right there. We've been working with developers for 40 years, and so we were excited to launch, Azure Programmable Connectivity. Satya mentioned this one before. I think the biggest thing around developers is we need to make sure that we have great consistency across Open Gateway. That's one of the things we're trying to get to. I don't want to write my app 18 times, so the more we can get consistency, coverage, et cetera, is going to help. But then we can still add new features that can light up unique parts of the network. That's the virtuous cycle. The better that works, the more apps that get built, the more I can monetize on the network. But see, since that time, one of the most exciting things that has happened is how many questions I get around AI and how can I leverage that. And I thought the coverage in the keynote today has been fantastic around that. And there's 3 key ways to do that. One is an intelligent AI-driven network. We've talked about what that looks like. That is more, I would say, than just telemetry data plus machine learning. It's also generative AI, the ability to reason over your network topology, understand all sorts of things and insights across the entire piece. Then there's the business functions. Think about sales, customer service, marketing, and there's innovation in AI as well. And we're introducing new support for that. And that one comes back to Open Gateway. How do we make that work? If we have Open Gateway, then there's all sorts of exacting scenarios that can work even now. I thought the example with the Tao today, talking about SIM swaps and detection and things like that. Great examples of being able to monetize the APIs today while we build that connected app of the future. So it's a very exciting time.
So you said consistency, and I interpret that as having a set of standards, having one repository for all the APIs, in this case, Camara, is really what you mean when considering.
That's correct, and that's why we're also one of the initial backers of Camara as well. I mean, if you think about it as a developer, and I am a software developer, I've been doing this for a long time, I'm not going to write my app 15 times. I want to get maximum leverage, so when I create it, and that is the benefit of Open Gateway with Camara, I can now write an application, I can deploy it. We're deployed with 15 major operators across multiple continents already. That is what we need, and we're going to be able to make it go. And again, that virtuous cycle kicks in. You can still figure out ways to differentiate your network and add new APIs to it. Just make sure that my apps can work. That's why we're a backer for Open Gateway.
And that is one of the uniqueness of Open Gateway. We believe that having that commonality, the simplicity for usage and for developers, of course, as well. Now we have a mobile operator, we have a hyperscaler, and then we have you, Nick, from the CEO of Centillion. We're really happy to have you here. Could you tell us a little bit about Centillion and how you're using Open Gateway, maybe?
Yeah. Well, I think what's actually most important is, the way is where we also see the future going, given the fact that the tech is the future. It's on the topic of the talk. And one of the ways where we see it is a massive opportunity exists right now for revenue, is driving revenue from Open Gateway APIs. That was the original vision. But then how do you do it? Where do you even start? Well, luckily, you have a perfect storm right now where things like AI is about to be your biggest customer. It's a consumer of data. AI is here not to be a line item. It's literally your customer of tomorrow.
Oh.
You look at that as well as then things like fraud. When you go and look at fraud, look in areas like ad tech, where there's a massive $165 billion problem, which can be solved with Camara and Open Gateway APIs. Help brands establish what's real. Help them identify where they don't want to pay for bots. No one wants to have traffic jammed. No. And those are revenue opportunities, but the only way to really have them come through is through the harmonization of everyone, all the carriers coming together to actually say, let's go get the revenue that 5G promised. And let's go protect the customer, the subscriber, with consent of how the data is used, not only today, but tomorrow and the next decade.
Exactly. So it's a huge revenue opportunity if we can just do this API roaming world, like we have done with voice, yeah?
Well, you literally right now have, time is of the essence, because Google and their privacy sandbox, meaning right now is an actual opportunity to go back to the top of the food chain, to take back control of that relationship with that subscriber, encourage regulation, lead with regulation. You guys thrive in regulation. And you do that, it puts you back in a place of trust, as well as a new form of currency. The consent and privacy is the currency that drives the network APIs.
I think we're looking a lot around partnership here, and I'm really happy that you're here, Jason, from Microsoft. And I know you are focusing a lot on partnership as well as Orange. How do you work together in partnership? Do you have any specific secret sauce to make it happen, or Christel?
Well, we work, we are very determined, and I think that's true for our industry, at Orange, to become, we want to be a telco as a platform. And that means we need to have open gateway, we need to have APIs, but we also need to have the organization that supports, engaging with partners, of course, and we do that, obviously. We have a dedicated organization to do that. And then what we do well is obviously serving customers. And this is what we bring, of course, in partnership. So we have this telco as a platform engine, but then we have our service organization, which, driving great customer experience, and of course, engaging with partners who really bring the agility, large partners, smaller partners, startups, any type of partners. And that's something that we've been doing in the past, but I think the scale at which we're now looking at also collaborating across the mobile industry, that's probably what's new, and the sense of urgency that we have, because we know there's been initiative in the past that failed, because maybe we didn't have the same sense of urgency, and we know that today, bridging the two worlds of the software developers and because our networks are becoming software, we have now the ability to do so.
Right, and Jason, the same question to you on partnership.
Yeah, no, I think if I think about the future of the cloud and the future of the network are intertwined. Because what we're trying to create, these app experiences that Nick talked about, is these modern connected applications, right? Great experiences that can never work unless we have amazing experiences at the edge with the devices, if we have a network that can actually support that and give high quality. And so as we think as a cloud company, also, what's the future of the cloud? Well, man, we're doing awesome, amazing stuff with AI, but we also want to have that AI operating in a very distributed fashion so we can write these brand new applications. So this partnership is absolutely critical because then we're going to get the best possible apps, the best experience, which is complementary for all of us. So we really appreciate our partnership with our partners and really are excited. And Open Gateway is a way for us to enable all
It's really not on competing, it's more growing the ecosystem, making sure that we can serve customers in a better way. Isn't that true?
Absolutely. Yeah, we have the same customers. We want to serve them with all of our cloud and cloud services and AI that's there. They have to have those experiences. That's coming from the operators.
Super. Nick, last question to you. When we sit here in 2037, what will the future look like then?
Well, first I want to add on to that one a little bit too. But what's important though is they're talking about the developer community in telecom and the mobile network operators is where are the brands? The app community has tons of free apps that are ad supported. Yet, where are the ads being represented within these? The ads are the revenue driver. Unless we go and take control with a thing like measurements of identifying what's real, what's not, and helping empower brands, it's going to be much more difficult to bring in through all the brand dollars. Where if we're trying to get the rev, let's get the brand dollars. And I think it's important to harmonize together to make that happen. Now, 2037, all right, I see AI as the biggest customer of tomorrow. I also see things where measurement and consent of the consumer can add between $8 to $12 on the ARPU, so annual revenue per subscriber, can literally be between $8 to $12 because of the size of ad fraud. So by stepping in and being the good guys and taking that relationship, you're good. Increase ARPU.
Good. So, you know what? Why don't we say that we're going to meet up in 2037 again and see what the world looks like?
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
Super. Thank you very much to our panelists. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, thank you to our panelists for sharing the vision for the future. Now, the global landscape is really uncertain, making this a very important time to be in this room. The digital world stands on the telco sector, and we as leaders, we need to guide the way. In a world more fractured than ever before, our strength lies in our unity, and our superpower is collaboration. Now this week we're expecting over 95,000 people from all over the world, from different industries and backgrounds, curious for conversations, open to opportunities, and determined to make an impact. We are all united by a shared passion for technology. So let's stay focused on our goal and lead the way. Thank you so much, and enjoy the show.